Hello you guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. If you're like me, you're always searching for a good tip or hack to maintain a tidy and organized home, but actually make it sustainable and make it easier to maintain a neat and tidy and clean home and all the other synonyms. I wanted to share these 4 tips. These are probably the best advice that I've been given that has made it a lot easier to clean my home, but also to maintain an organized and neat home as well. I'm going to share probably the most important tip first: have less stuff. I think that is the best advice that I've ever received. If you want to maintain a neat, tidy home easily, like that's the thing, is we want these to be easy and maintainable, like long-lasting tips, right? So the biggest one that I received was have less stuff. If you have less things in your home, then you're not going to spend as much time organizing them because everything has a place and you're not cluttered. Your closet's not overflowing with clothes. Your dresser drawers are able to close. Kids' toys are neatly put back where they're supposed to go. I think this day and age, and this is my personal opinion, this day and age is big into consumerism, right? So we are constantly looking to buy new trendy clothes, new home decor, new this, new that. I feel like everything is more, and so we kind of accumulate all of these things and they don't have a place in our home, and then we are stressed out because we can't maintain a clean and tidy home. Now, am I perfect at this? No. I am an accumulator. I've mentioned that in a previous video. I'm not a collector of anything, but I'm an accumulator, right? So over time, I have like coffee mugs, for example. I love a good coffee mug. I don't collect them, but like if I go somewhere, like on a vacation, I want to bring home a coffee mug. People gift me coffee mugs. I just accumulate all of these coffee mugs, right? I have realized that it doesn't matter how many organization things I buy, tips I follow, if I have too much stuff, it's not gonna matter. You're never gonna be able to maintain a tidy home if there's no place to put all of this stuff. And I'm not saying be a minimalist. I'm not a minimalist by any means. I have lots of things. I buy things. I have a child, you know, I'm not gonna be a minimalist anytime soon, but just having more minimal mindset. I like the one in, one out rule instead of having a collection of, let's say, makeup, unless it's your thing, you know? I don't need a collection of makeup. I really just need one mascara, and once that runs low, I get a new mascara to replace the one I used, if that makes sense. So just having less stuff in your house is going to help greatly. And I did recently make a decluttering video that I'll link down below of 10 things you probably should declutter right now. I actually decluttered all of those items because they were definitely needed. But I think just having a mindset of trying to have less stuff is going to help you greatly in maintaining a clean and tidy home. The second tip I have is to create organization systems. Every item needs a home. That's what I think. I think every item needs a home, and if it doesn't have a home, then it's clutter. It's gonna sit on our counters, it's gonna sit on our desks, or you know, the laundry chair. This is a blanket, this isn't dirty laundry, but everyone has a laundry chair, I'm pretty sure. All of these things will pile up and become clutter. So creating organization systems is really important, but I will make a note. You can create whatever organization system you can, but if you have too much stuff, it's not gonna work. So still going back and thinking about that first tip of having less stuff, keep that in mind as we go through the other tips. But I think a good example is I recently reorganized our kitchen. I say recently, it was last year. I will link that video down below, just organization things that I bought that have really helped our kitchen organization because it was driving me insane. And some organization systems you buy and they don't work. They're not, you know, maintainable. What word? I'm looking for a specific word. I don't know, like in the long term, they actually don't work, but creating a system that actually is beneficial and actually will work will greatly influence your organization and how easy it is to maintain an organized home. So I cleaned or organized our entire kitchen. So for example, I did all of the, Ziploc bags in the Pretty Bamboo things. I did the aluminum foil in the Pretty Bamboo cutter thing, and all of that sounds great, but if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. But it has greatly impacted our organization. We love it, and we've maintained that organization system to this day. Same with our Tupperware cabinet. So we have some of the Pyrex glass containers as well as like just plastic Tupperware containers. And so I created an organization system in that cabinet with like lids and the containers all together, and like made it really easy for me to grab a container and a lid together. And we have maintained that cabinet. I was kind of worried when I organized it because sometimes it looks very aesthetic and it looks all nice and organized, but it just isn't practical. Like, it just really isn't. But this one, we've maintained it and it has become very practical for us. So create those organization systems. I always like to start with the thing that frustrates me the most. So for me, it was that Tupperware cabinet. It was frustrating to go in there and I hated it, and I felt like everything was not organized and I couldn't find certain things. But now that I organized it, I like that cabinet. I think it's functional. And so start with the area in your house that gives you the most frustration and create an organization system for that. The third tip is make cleaning a habit, which is easier said than done, I know. I firmly believe that if you don't make cleaning a habit, you're just not going to maintain it. It's not going to be something that you do every single day and become part of your personality. There are a few things that are like you need to be doing every single day. There are things that you need to be doing every single week. Like, for example, when you wake up in the morning, make your bed. Make your bed every single day and create that habit. Like, I don't feel right if my bed's not made, right? And I'm not saying like right when you pop out of bed, make your bed. I don't even do that. I get breakfast, I get coffee. Like, I need some sustenance a little bit before I make the bed. But making your bed every single day, creating that habit is going to help you maintain an organized, tidy home. And sometimes, most of the time, you have to make yourself do it. I don't want to make my bed. Like, I don't feel like doing that, but I make myself do it because I know that it'll make me feel better knowing that my bed is made, and it will make my room look a lot more tidy. So creating those habits of cleaning as you go as well. So when I'm playing with my daughter and she's done with a toy, we put it away and then we get another toy out. And sometimes, I mean, she's a baby, so like that's a lot easier. As kids get older, it does become a lot more difficult when they like dump the whole tub of toys out, right? But even like as I'm cooking, I'm cleaning up as I go, and I'm making cleaning a habit of just like my everyday life, so it doesn't accumulate into this big pile. A big habit we have that has just like greatly impacted our home, I guess, is washing the dishes every night. To come downstairs in the morning and not have a sink full of dishes is just the best. We clean our dishes every single night. We also have a baby, so she has bottles, and so we have to wash them every single night or we won't have any the next day. But we started this even before she was born, and it has been, I hate to use the word game changer because I feel like that's everything's a game changer, but it has been a game changer, okay? Doesn't matter how tired we are, how we feel, we make ourselves load the dishwasher and wash the dishes every single night. So the next morning, we don't have a sink full of dishes. We don't have this big chore that we have to do now. And so I think cleaning as we go, creating those habits will keep us from spending that big chunk of time tackling, the mountain of dishes. So it's also a time-saving thing, but I just think make cleaning and, putting things away as you go, make that a habit. And like I said, you have to make it a habit. It's not just gonna come naturally. Maybe to some people, maybe some people are just better at it than others. I know I was not. So I have to make myself create these cleaning habits. So I'm right there with you. It doesn't come naturally to me. So you do have to make cleaning a habit. And the fourth and final tip I have for you is to clean on a schedule. This one was very hard for me to grasp because my thought is, why not clean the whole house every single day so then the whole house is clean every single day, but that's just not sustainable or possible. Like that's just like dream world, okay? It's not realistic for my phase of life because I have 3 dogs and a baby, and I can't clean the entire house every single day and like do other things, like have a life outside of just cleaning my house. So I have to clean my house on a schedule. What does that mean? It means each day is a different cleaning task, and I do that every single week. So for example, Mondays are usually my grocery shopping days, my tidying up around the house, you know, cleaning all the surfaces, dusting the house. Tuesdays are usually bathroom days, so I clean the entire bathroom. Wednesdays I tend to do a bulk of our laundry, so washing bedding. Thursdays, sometimes I just finish other tasks that I haven't completed throughout the week, and Fridays I usually try to do vacuuming and mopping, so I do the floors. And then the weekends are reserved for maybe, you know, a deep cleaning task that I want to do. So if I want to shampoo a carpet, like that would be a Saturday task, stuff like that. And that's just a really brief example and not everything that I do every single day, but cleaning on a schedule has very much helped me maintain the house because otherwise it was just piling up. It was like this mountain of a project. I didn't feel like I could conquer it, but doing these little, I say little, like cleaning the bathrooms on Tuesdays. I'm not going to do anything else except clean the bathrooms on Tuesday. Having smaller, more attainable goals for me has helped me have more motivation, complete those tasks instead of clean the entire upstairs. Like that's so many tasks. So on Fridays, I just have to vacuum the entire house and mop. I mean, that sounds easy, but like it takes a long time. Remember, I have 3 dogs and a baby. I'm not saying it's like, oh, I get it done in an hour. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But I think focusing on those things, those cleaning tasks on a schedule will overall help your house maintain that cleanliness that you're looking for. But no matter what, this is always a learning process. Cleaning, organizing, maintaining a nice home is a learning process, and phases of life will impact this. Everything looks a little bit different, so you know, you kind of have to pick and choose and apply it the way that works best for you. But no matter what, we're on this journey together, and as long as you don't give up, like that's the most important thing. We try tips, we try hacks. If we put forth effort, that is worth everything. So that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you found these tips helpful. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.